What if everything you believed about age was a lie? Think about that for a second. We've been told all our lives that age determines what we can and can't do, when we should start, when we should succeed, and when we should stop trying. But who decided that? Who set these rules? Imagine if you didn't know your age. How old would you feel? Would you feel young, full of energy and excitement, ready to take on the world? Or would you feel wise and experienced, with the kind of knowledge and patience only time can teach? You see, the number attached to your age is just that, a number. It doesn't define your potential, your dreams, or the impact you can still make in this world. And yet, so many of us let that number control our lives. We say, I'm too young to be taken seriously, or I'm too old to start over. We convince ourselves that certain doors are closed because we didn't walk through them at the right time. But what if I told you there is no right time? What if I told you that your best days aren't behind you? They're still ahead. Stay with me, because today I'm going to show you why age is nothing but a label and why your potential is still limitless, no matter how old you are. If you've ever felt like you missed your chance, if you've ever thought it's too late to chase your dreams or start something new, this message is for you. Maybe you're in your 20s feeling lost because you don't have life figured out yet. Maybe you're in your 40s thinking you should have achieved more by now. Or maybe you're in your 60s wondering if it's too late to reinvent yourself. I'm here to tell you it's not too late. It's never too late. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the belief that time has already run out. But that belief, it's a lie. So, I challenge you to open your mind today. Stay with me until the end of this message. Because once you hear what I have to say, you'll never look at your age the same way again, and more importantly, you'll stop letting it hold you back from the life you deserve. We've been told there's a perfect timeline for life, a set of rules we're expected to follow without question. Graduate by 22, have a stable career by 25, be successful by 30, get married, buy a house, have kids, all by a certain age, like there's some invisible clock we're all racing against. And if we fall behind, we start feeling like we've failed. But who made these rules? Who decided that success and happiness had an expiration date? And why do we follow this timeline so blindly, even when it doesn't feel right for us? The truth is, this so-called perfect timeline is nothing more than a myth. It's a story society created, one that convinces us we're either too early or too late, never just right. But life doesn't work like that. Everyone moves at their own pace, and there's no single path that guarantees happiness or success. Some people find their passion at 18, others at 50. Some people settle down young, and some never do, and that's okay. What matters isn't when you do things, it's that you do them when they're right for you. Think about Vera Wang. She didn't design her first dress until she was 40. Ray Kroc started McDonald's at 52. Colonel Sanders franchised KFC when he was in his 60s. These people didn't let society's timeline tell them they were too late. And because of that, they built legacies that will outlive them. And it's not just older people breaking the mold. Look at people like Greta Thunberg, who started changing the world in her teens. Age didn't stop her from making an impact, and it doesn't have to stop you either. The fear of being too young or too old is one of the biggest lies we tell ourselves. We hold back because we're afraid of being judged. We think people won't take us seriously if we start too early. And we think we'll look foolish if we start too late. But the truth is, those limits only exist in our minds. The people who achieve great things aren't the ones who wait for the right time. They're the ones who start, no matter how old they are. So if you're feeling behind, take a deep breath and let that fear go. You're not late, you're not early, you're right on time for your own journey. The only timeline that matters is the one you create for yourself. And the sooner you stop measuring your life against someone else's schedule, the sooner you'll find the freedom to live it fully. What if the very thing you see as your weakness is actually your greatest strength? We spend so much time worrying about our age, feeling too young to be taken seriously or too old to start something new. But what if your age is exactly what makes you powerful? Every stage of life brings something unique to the table. When you're young, you have energy, boldness, and a fearless spirit. You're willing to take risks because you haven't been worn down by the fear of failure. And when you're older, you have wisdom, patience, and experience, qualities that help you make better decisions and see the bigger picture. Both are powerful in their own way. The problem is we spend so much time wishing we were at a different point in life that we miss the advantages of where we are right now. If you're young, you might feel like you lack credibility or experience, but your fresh perspective and willingness to try new things can lead to breakthroughs others wouldn't dare attempt. If you're older, you might feel like time has passed you by, but your life experience and resilience give you the kind of strength no classroom or book can teach. It's time to stop thinking about what you haven't done yet and start focusing on what you can do from here. Right now, at this very moment, you have everything you need to take the next step. Your past isn't a burden, it's a foundation. Your future isn't limited, it's wide open. The only thing standing in your way is the belief that you're too early or too late. Life isn't a race, it's a journey, and every step counts. Some people sprint ahead early, only to burn out before the finish line. Others take their time, pacing themselves and growing stronger with every step. Both paths are valid. Both lead to beautiful destinations. So instead of worrying about how far you have left to go, focus on the step you're taking right now. That's the step that matters most. If you ever needed proof that age doesn't define your potential, just look at the people who dared to start when everyone else told them it was too late. Vera Wang didn't design her first dress until she was 40. Before that, she was a figure skater and a journalist. Two careers completely unrelated to fashion. But when she finally followed her passion, she built an empire. Today, she's one of the most respected designers in the world. Imagine if she had told herself it was too late to start over. Then there's Ray Kroc. He didn't start McDonald's until he was 52. Before that, he sold milkshake machines. He could have easily believed his best years were behind him, but instead, he saw an opportunity and went after it. Because of that decision, he changed the fast food industry forever. And let's not forget Colonel Sanders, the face of KFC. He was 65 when his fried chicken recipe finally took off. After years of failure and rejection, most people would have given up, but he didn't. He kept going, and his persistence paid off in a way he never could have imagined. But it's not just about people who found success later in life. It's also about those who made an impact early on. Mozart was composing music at just 5 years old. His talent and dedication were clear from the very beginning, and he didn't wait until someone told him he was old enough to share his gift with the world. Malala Yousafzai won the Nobel Peace Prize at 17 because she refused to stay silent in the face of injustice. Her courage and conviction changed lives, proving that wisdom and strength don't always come with age. Sometimes they come with purpose. These stories show one simple truth. Success has no age limit. It's not about how old you are. It's about how ready you are. It's about passion, persistence, and the willingness to take that first step, no matter when it happens. Whether you're 15 or 50, your time is now. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the belief that you're either too early or too late. But if these people taught us anything, it's that the right time is whenever you decide to start. So why not start today? Let's be honest. Fear is one of the biggest reasons people never chase their dreams. It whispers in your ear, filling your mind with doubts. What if I fail? What if people laugh at me? What if I'm not good enough? These thoughts can be paralyzing. They make you hesitate, and that hesitation turns into years of waiting for the right time, a time that never really comes. But here's something most people never realize. The fear of failure will never hurt as much as the pain of regret. Imagine looking back years from now and wondering what could have happened if you had just tried. The truth is, every successful person you admire has felt fear. Vera Wang must have been scared when she left journalism to start designing dresses at 40. Ray Kroc had no guarantee that McDonald's would work when he took that leap at 52. Colonel Sanders faced rejection after rejection well into his 60s. But they didn't let fear win. They felt it and kept going anyway. That's the only difference between the people who succeed and the people who stay stuck. It's not that they weren't afraid. It's that they didn't let fear stop them. I know how it feels to doubt yourself. I know what it's like to worry about what people will say, to wonder if you're making a mistake. But I also know this: the moment you stop caring about their opinions is the moment you set yourself free. The people who criticize you, they're usually the ones too scared to take their own risks. Their judgment comes from their own insecurity. Don't let their fear become your fear. And what if you fail? Then you learn. Failure isn't the end, it's a stepping stone. Every time you fall, you gain wisdom. Every mistake teaches you something that makes you stronger. The only real failure is never trying at all. What if, instead of asking, what if I fail, you started asking, what if I fly? What if everything you've ever dreamed of is waiting on the other side of your fear? You'll never know unless you take that first step. So feel the fear, but move forward anyway. Don't wait until you're fearless, because that day may never come. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's taking action despite it. And when you finally do, you'll realize that the thing you were so afraid of was never as scary as you imagined. Inspiration is powerful, but without action, it fades away. If you want change in your life, you have to start moving, even if it's just one small step. Don't wait for the perfect time, because there's no such thing. The only time you really have is right now. So take one small step today, just one. If you've been thinking about writing a book, write one page. If you want to start a business, do some research or reach out to someone who's already doing it. If fitness is your goal, go for a walk or do a 10-minute workout. It doesn't have to be big, it just has to begin. As you take that first step, stop comparing your journey to anyone else's. We all move at different speeds, and that's okay. Some people find success early, some later, but none of that matters when you focus on your own progress. The only person you should compete with is the person you were yesterday. Celebrate your small wins, because every step forward counts. Consistency will always beat perfection. Every day, remind yourself of this simple truth: your dreams don't have an expiration date. It's never too late to learn, to grow, to start again. Don't let your age or your circumstances convince you otherwise. If there's something you've been putting off, a passion, a goal, a dream, take action on it today. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to start. So here's a challenge for you. Think of one thing you've been waiting on and take one step toward it right now. Write that email, make that call, sign up for that class. Whatever it is, just begin. Because once you start moving, momentum will carry you forward. And before you know it, you'll be further along than you ever imagined. The hardest truth to face is this: every day you wait, you lose time you'll never get back. Think about it. How many dreams have you already pushed aside because you were waiting for the right time? How many ideas have you let fade because you were too afraid to start? The problem with waiting is that life doesn't wait for you. Days turn into weeks, weeks into years, and before you know it, you're looking back wondering where all that time went. Imagine standing at the end of your life, flipping through the pages of your story, only to realize how many of them are blank. Pages where your dreams should have been, pages where your passion should have lived. Every day you wait is like leaving another page empty. And the longer you wait, the more unfinished your story becomes. The truth is, there's no perfect time. There's only now. And every time you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow, you're making a choice. A choice to stay stuck, to stay comfortable, to stay afraid. But comfort won't lead you to the life you want, and fear won't fill those blank pages with the stories you were meant to tell. So ask yourself this: what's the real cost of waiting? It's not just the opportunities you miss. It's the regret you'll carry, the what-ifs that will haunt you, the dreams you'll never know you could have achieved because you kept putting them off. Don't let your story end with pages left unwritten. Start today. Start now. Because the only thing worse than failing is never trying at all. When it's all said and done, people won't remember how old you were when you started. They'll remember the difference you made and the lives you touched. It's not about timelines or late starts. It's about the impact you leave behind. Every day you wait to chase your dreams is a day someone misses out on the gift only you can give. Your ideas, your kindness, your passion, those are the things that shape your legacy.